Okay, hello again everyone, back with another couple of trailers this time. Uh, Not so much terrible trailers, but trailers for a couple of movies that I think they were the first two movies I ever saw on VHS. Um, Looking back quite a while, obviously you can see there the first one is Assault on Precinct 13, both John Carpenter movies. Assault on Precinct 13 and Escape from New York. Um, Assault on Precinct 13 it's had a remake. I think maybe 10 years ago or something. They tried to keep the storyline the same, but again they changed some of the characters again. Put different people in. It was a decent enough movie, but I don't know what it is. I still prefer this one for 1976. Not a lot of big name stars on it. They might have been for the time, but I don't think anybody would sort of recognise them outright. This is the International Movie Database page for it, 1976, an hour and 31 minutes long. Written and directed by John Carpenter. He wrote, directed and done the music for most of his own movies. So it probably kept the cost down quite a bit there, and I don't think there was his movies were ever big budget at this time. So let's get on to the trailer anyway. See, it's one of my favourite movies, one of the first movies I ever saw. I don't know, the quality of the trailer probably won't be that good, and it looks like the original trailer, so it'll be your typical American voiceover type thing. So let's go, let's have a look.
Freeze! This is the police. Drop your weapons and place your hands above your head.
It looks as if it's straight off the VHS.
6 members of the gang known as Street Thunder were ambushed by the police. On Sunday, the warlords of Street Thunder swore a blood oath to avenge their dead. For the gang called Street Thunder, it is a day of vengeance.
At the time, this caused quite a lot of fuss because of the
war in the streets.
The young girl and her father the father gets killed at the ice cream van.
Come on, I'll give you my money. Just don't hurt me, please.
Leaving the little daughter sort of traumatised by the looks of it, and there was a lot of complaints about that.
It's the most shattering assault on a police station in history. Assault on Precinct 13.
This is a siege. It's a goddamn siege.
I think it was John Carpenter trying to replicate an Alamo type thing where you've got one sort of building under siege from
inside a police station.
A gang of people. In this case it's local gangs for the area. The police station's been shut down, so they've got no help. They've got to make it to the morning till help arrives. I recognise him. He's for the Rocky movies. I think he's Apollo Creed's trainer. Tony Burton, I think his name is.
Precinct 13, cut off, isolated in the middle of a city, as a human wave of street killers turns.
He was always quite good picking out the names for his characters, John Carpenter. But this guy.
We got a war going on down here. We can't find the damn thing.
A white-hot night of hate. Assault on Precinct 13.
Yeah, so it's as you can tell, it's a dated trailer, but action-wise, it takes about 10 or 15 minutes to get into it, and then from then on, when the actual police station's under siege, it's pretty much action-packed all the way through. No special effects as such, but there's a few splattering of blood and lots of killing, but it's not like the violence you see today. It was more of a sort of tense type thriller type movie where you don't know when they're going to be attacked. But see, watching it now, it does look pretty dated when you watch the whole movie, but I loved it. I thought it was great at the time, and I've watched it numerous times since then. I can't remember what that guy's name is, but John Carpenter likes to give his characters really good names. And there he is there, that Darwin Johnston, Napoleon Wilson. But the movie itself, yeah, definitely worth a watch. So I think it was one of Carpenter's earliest movies that made it sort of big time for him. So we'll move on to Escape from New York. Again, Carpenter did everything for this, directed, wrote. He uses Deborah Hill quite a lot for production. You see most of these early movies are all get Deborah Hill associated with them. A lot more stars in this one. Lee Van Cleef, Ernest Borgnine, Donald Pleasence, Isaac Hayes, Harry Dean Stanton, and of course Kurt Russell is the main man, Snake Pliskin. Again, another 7.2 for this one. This was 1981, so still a good 5 years after Assault on Precinct 13. But it's set in 1997. So I think it was last year, our local cinema was showing this again on the big screen. It was remastered 4K digital. You can't bend it. Everything audio was all changed, and it was absolutely brilliant. You could never tell it was a almost 40-year-old movie. Some scenes looked a bit dated. Some of the special effects looked dated, but seeing it up on the big screen, it was really good. So again, 1981 for this. So let's go ahead and have a look at the trailer for this one. Okay, still using the 4:3 aspect ratio for this, so you can just tell how old it is. Again,
not the future we wanted.
Some of the special effects looked a bit ropey, but it's a 40-year-old movie.
Once a great city, now a high security prison, designed to keep society's criminals in. But now,
so I was about 10 or 11 when I saw this, and at the time I thought it was absolutely amazing.
Survival of the human race, Pliskin. Something you don't give a shit about.
Kurt Russell stars as Snake Pliskin in John Carpenter's science fiction action classic.
So you'd recognised
from New York.
Lee Van Cleef at the same time from the Clint Eastwood westerns.
And you're a free man. What if I'm a little late? And no more Snake Pliskin. When I get back, I'm gonna kill you.
With an all-star cast that includes Lee Van Cleef.
I'd imagine for the time it probably was all A-listers.
Isaac Hayes, Ernest Borgnine, Donald Pleasence, and Adrian Barbeau. Escape from New York is one of the best escape and escapist movies, according to the New York Times.
It probably was for 1981, yeah.
According to Time magazine. And now, Escape from New York is available in a special director's edition from New Line Home Video.
I actually got that in DVD
Featuring an exclusive
many years ago.
John Carpenter.
The Criterion edition, I think it was.
And what we would like to have happen. I think we'd all like to have a guy like Snake on our side. And perhaps we'd like to have
You know what the surprising thing is? I think Kurt Russell is actually older than John Carpenter, and you'd never tell by looking at the two of them there. I'm going to check that actually, but I'm sure he is.
New Line Home Video is proud to release the director's special edition of Escape from New York, starring Kurt Russell in both widescreen and full-screen versions. Escape from New York, available now for only $19.95.
$19.95 on yours VHS.
With Microsoft 365.
So there you go. Let's just check their ages, because I'm sure Kurt Russell is older than John Carpenter. 1951. So 1951. Oh, he's not. He's only he's 3 years older than Kurt Russell. You'd never tell by looking at them. When the picture of both of them in that trailer, you'd have thought Carpenter was probably in his 50s, not in his 30s. Oh well. So that's it. The two of the two movies that I saw first when we first got a VHS video recorder back in the early 80s. I think we got them from the local video shop as a double bill. So it was a Saturday night in front of the telly watching Assault and Precinct, followed by Escape from New York. Unfortunately, his sequel, Escape from LA, which came out, I think it was 16 years after this one, wasn't so good. Actually, it was pretty poor, and I'm surprised Kurt Russell put his name to it and actually decided he was going to be in it. But I suppose everybody likes to reminisce about their great movies and try and bring out a sequel, but in that case it just didn't work. I might actually do a couple of videos on sequels, original movies and sequels that were actually better than the originals. I don't think there's too many of them. The ones that come to mind is Terminator, Terminator 2, Alien and Aliens. So I'll have a look into that and see if there's possibly a couple of videos in there as well. But there you go, folks. Let me know what you think of these two movies if you've seen them, and stick some comments down below. Cheers.